November's over, the rut's over, it's December, weather's going to get bad, it's going to snow, deer movement's going to slow down. Even though I've only seen 4 deer in the last 6 weeks, it's going to get worse. There's only one of two things a guy can do. Either quit or keep grinding. I got to put some meat in the freezer, so there's only one option. I got to find some ground that's holding deer with a good food source. Luckily this year that's what I was able to do. It's December 17th. It's the evening hunt here. And I'm in on a piece that I just got permission to hunt on. There's a couple of real nice bucks shot off here. One with a bow, one with a gun. During the rut. And I'm actually set up here on a food plot. It's about 30 degrees. It's going to be nice tomorrow up towards 40. I got a food plot out in front of me here. I hope I'm set up high enough on this ridge that my scent is going to go out over the deer. Got a couple of good trails that come in and then they funnel out this way. And then there's another food source back there off to my west. Luckily I was able to get permission to hunt on a buddy's land. I got set up, felt really good. About an hour went by and started kind of having that feeling like just going to be another sit with no deer, when a couple of fawns come running off the ridge, get out in the field, start feeding. Really? A couple of fawns just spook for no reason? It just must be one of them years. Luckily, I don't know what spooked those 2 fawns off, but about 15 minutes after they took off, more deer started filtering in.
apparently I'm cutting the wind a little bit too hard. Every time a deer gets out in the middle of that plot, they smell something they don't like and they kind of take off. They're not getting a big whiff of human scent because they aren't blowing out of there. They're just figuring out they don't like something. That shed buck picked me out of the tree. I don't think he smelled me, but he definitely didn't see something he liked. Kind of circled around, and when he paused there, I had another doe and a pretty nice 8-pointer that was busted up. I have no idea how old he was, because by the time that doe got right underneath me, she turned inside out and took off, and the whole field cleared out.
It's Friday, December 22nd. I'm back in here on the same farm that I was in last week. Saw somewhere between 20 and 30 deer. I'm not sure exactly how many. But I set up in a different spot, pulled my lone wolf down, moved to the west. About 200 yards. Where we had 11 deer work in down this little draw. Got a natural food source down here on this bottom. Looks like they're using quite a bit. I got a pretty good tree right underneath me here. It's about 15, 18, 19 miles an hour. It's going to be switching from southwest to straight out of the west to west-northwest. I'm cutting it pretty hard. Hopefully the deer start moving before the wind starts switching too bad, because the wind is going to switch into an area where I feel that the deer are actually bedded up right now. What I think is going to happen is they're going to work from over here, right down through here, down up to my right here is that food source. Set up in a small tree. It's December 23rd, Saturday. I just left a family Christmas to get out here for a sit. And about 20 yards away from where I was last night. So, crotch of an oak tree I was sitting in. All the deer were coming off a ridge right here and filtering down into this food source. And I couldn't get into this tree because of the way the wind was last night. We have a west-southwest wind tonight, which is a lot better for this particular tree. And what I'm expecting the deer to do is similar to what they did last night, is either come down this trail that I was hoping they worked last night, or if they come down the trail that they actually did use last night, I got a 20-yard shot to the trail where that enters the food plot here.
I'm out here on a little scouting trip, and right back up here behind me is where I sat last weekend for the first hunt out here on this farm, and had really good luck. There's a food plot right down in there, and I saw about 30 deer, and that night I also saw 10 deer come out of this patch of woods behind me, and they worked down through here and then right up into there, right past them oak trees. And if you see right down here at a fresh trail, there's like 3 fresh trails coming out of here, and what I want to do here is pick out a good tree that I can catch these deer over here. Right up there, looks like there's a couple of good oak trees I might be able to get into and get a shot down onto these trails that are coming out of this patch of brush behind me. What's been happening here the last couple nights is I think the thermal's been getting me. I haven't been up high enough to where the scent has been traveling out over these deer, and they get in close and they've been getting nervous. But if you can see right here, they've been walking along this field edge. So what I want to do is pick out a good spot right up in here that I can see pretty well and catch these deer coming across this edge. I got a good trail coming out here, walking along here, and then once we get up here, a massive trail. The wind's blowing about 20, and the wind chill's at about 35, 38 below. You can see my beard's already freezing up, and it is cold. The wind is bad for a hunt tonight, but I think Thursday is going to be a good day to get in a tree. What happened the other night is these deer came along right in here, up this ridge, and then down into this food source over here. So what I want to do is be able to get up into here and see if I can't find a tree that I can shoot down here and over to that other trail. This oak tree right here, or maybe one of them other 2, might be a good one. On Thursday, we're going to have a southwest wind, which is going to be from over here out over this field. So if I can get up high in one of these trees, we should be able to have the wind blowing our scent over the top. High for Thursday is about 10 degrees, and the wind isn't quite supposed to be so high as it is right now. And I got to get my lone wolf pulled down and into one of these trees. My fingers are starting to get numb already. I got to get moving. It's December 27th, and I'm back in here. I was able to sneak out of work up in the set that I'd hung the other day, and we got temps are at 0, and got a southeast wind at anywhere between 5 and 10. Wind chills are, I think, between 5 and 10 below 0. Maybe a little colder. I don't know. It's not too bad right now, especially compared to what it was out here the other day. It's about 3 o'clock, and I got my shooting lanes trimmed right before I got up in the stand. Actually, I had to make a couple of trips up and down. The deer are still hammering this area. The boot tracks that I had made coming in here the other day are completely wiped out with deer tracks. So I'm feeling pretty good, especially with the temps. Came up here a few degrees in the last 6 hours. Actually, we're at 20 below 0 when I left for work this morning. So we got a 20 degree temperature change here this afternoon.
And feeling really good. Gotta make it happen tonight because the temps are gonna make it down into the upper 20s below zero here tomorrow. And the season closes on the 31st. I only have 4 days left, and today is gonna be by far the warmest. So tonight I'm gonna do my best to put one down, whether it's a buck or a doe. Hopefully make something happen. Well, I just rewatched it back again, and after she'd gotten down into this food source, it looked like she was kind of stumbling a little bit, but then she took off up the ridge again. I still feel good about this shot. My buddy Aaron is coming out to give me a hand, tracking and dragging if I need it. But we'll just have to see what happens. Yep, that's gotta be her.
Yep, you're right. Nice work.
Well, I think anyway.
I'm pretty sure that's
I didn't do a field interview that night. It was cold. I needed to get that deer taken care of, dressed, and back home before she was froze solid. I've never worked so hard for one doe in my entire life. This season was a grind from the start. In 2016, we had a bunch of bucks over 4.5 to chase on all the properties I have permission to hunt on and scouted. This year I didn't have proof that I had any, no pictures of any mature deer. Oldest deer I got pictures of all year was 3.5. It just proved I need to work harder in the off season, find more places to hunt, so that I have better opportunities next year. My plan moving forward is to film everything that I scout, bring all that forward. I hope you enjoy what I've been putting out there so far. Stick around because we got a lot more coming out here in the next few weeks. I would like to thank you for watching. Please subscribe here on YouTube and don't forget to check us out on the web and Facebook and Instagram.